I'm Christia Mercer, professor of philosophy at Columbia University, where I've taught for over 25 years. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. As a girl growing up in Texas, I never imagined that someone like me would be welcomed in a place like this, that someone like me could become a philosopher. During my time at Columbia, I've been fortunate to win academic prizes and teaching awards. But the most important philosophy that I've done in my life was in prison. This night of philosophy is devoted to closing the distance. As radical as our distances can be, whether cultural, political, economic, or religious, we human beings always reflect on fundamental philosophical questions about what it means to be human, about the proper goals of life, and how to achieve them. I'm devoted to use the power of philosophy to close the distance. In that spirit, I created a program called Just Ideas. Just Ideas brings together Columbia undergraduates and some of the most talented professors in New York City to engage on equal terms with people in New York prisons. In Just Ideas, we read some of the most fascinating literature there is. Works like Sophocles' Antigone, Plato's Apology, Boccaccio's Decameron. And we apply the most profound philosophical questions to this literature about the role of love and suffering in life, about the nature of justice and wisdom. Too many people around the world are unable to go to school. Too many girls are not allowed a proper education. And way too many incarcerated people are denied the opportunities that come from books and ideas. There are over 2 million incarcerated people in the United States, which imprisons a higher percentage of its citizens than any other country in the world. A majority of these people are Black or Latino. Many prisons offer no educational opportunities. There's a growing movement in the states to rethink our criminal justice system. Black Lives Matter activists have begun to educate more and more Americans about systemic racism and the need for change. Many of us see educational justice as crucial to equality. I met Aisha Elliott in the first class I ever taught in prison. The class discussed one of the most difficult of ancient tragedies, Aeschylus's The Oresteia, a series of plays about homicide, matricide, and the precarity of justice. When Aisha was released after 25 years in prison, she published an essay explaining that it was her philosophy courses that helped her find her voice. Philosophy was, in her words, transformative. My Just Ideas program now offers courses in the Metropolitan Detention Center, a maximum security federal prison in Brooklyn, New York. In our very first class there, I taught the Epic of Gilgamesh, a work so old it was written on clay tablets. It's a story of male violence and friendship, and it resonated profoundly with the men in the class. As one young man explained, the epic's treatment of ideas of loss and loyalty provoked him to see his past and his future in a new way. By asking students to read difficult literature and to debate the hardest of philosophical questions, our courses empower them to reimagine themselves in the world. I'd like to close my comments with a letter that I received this March after COVID brought our course to a sudden end. Dear Professor Mercer, thank you for teaching me something new. Since reading Antigone, I have been asking myself questions like, while many consider qualities such as mercy, kindness, or love as weaknesses, are they not in reality the traits of the strong? Even though I am hundreds of miles from home, you gave me a chance to feel free and human in a place that is not. Thank you for sharing your intellect, your ideas. Thank you, thank you. Philosophy matters. Asking hard philosophical questions matter. Closing the distance matters. And these things matter especially to incarcerated men and women. Thank you.